Problem number 9. Jasareno Corporation began operations on January 1, 2018. The following transactions relating to shareholders' equity occurred in the first 2 years of the corporation's operations. Here are the requirements. The first requirement is to prepare the journal entries to record these transactions. For January 1, 2018, I have just copied the transaction to serve as the memo entry for the authorizations of the shares. For January 2, issued 200,000 shares of ordinary shares of 12 pesos cash per share. So, debit cash 2,400,000 and a credit for ordinary shares of 1 million and share premium ordinary of 1,400,000. As you can see, there are open and closed parentheses for the computations for the amounts on the credit side. Explanation: issuance of ordinary shares at 12 pesos par value. For January 3, issued 100,000 shares of ordinary shares in exchange for a building valued at 820,000 and merchandise inventory at 380,000. For the entry, debit building 820,000 and merchandise inventory of 380,000. For the credit, ordinary shares will equals to 500,000 and share premium ordinary of 700,000. It is 700,000 because if you add 820,000 and 380,000, there will be a 1,200,000 balance for the debit side. So, in order for the debit side and the credit side to be balanced, we have to add 700,000 to the 500,000. Explanation: issuance of ordinary shares in exchange for building and merchandise inventory. For January 4, paid 10,000 cash to the corporation's founders for organization activities. Debit organization expense of 10,000 and credit of cash 10,000. Explanation: payment to corporation's founders for organization activities. For January 5, issued 12,000 shares of preference shares for 110 pesos cash per share. So for the debit side, we have the cash for 1,320,000 and the credit side for preference shares of 1,200,000 and share premium preference for 120,000. Explanation: issuance of preference shares for 110 pesos cash per share. For 2019, June 4, issued 100,000 shares of ordinary shares for 15 pesos cash per share. For the entry, cash is debited with 1,500,000 and credit for ordinary shares of 500,000 and share premium ordinary of 1 million. Explanation: issuance of ordinary shares for 15 pesos cash per share. For the second requirement, we have to prepare the share capital section of the shareholders' equity as at December 31, 2018 and December 31, 2019. For 2018, we have the preference shares of 1,200,000 because of the 12,000 shares issued multiplied to 100 pesos par. And for ordinary shares, we have 1,500,000 because of the 300,000 issued shares from within the year multiplied to 5 pesos par, and we will get the 1,500,000. For share premium preference, 120,000 because of the transaction January 5. And share premium ordinary of 2,100,000 because of the transactions January 2, 1,400,000 plus the share premium ordinary in January 3, which is 700,000, will equal to 2,100,000. To get the total share capital, we have to add the preference shares, ordinary shares, share premium preference, and share premium ordinary. So we will have the 4,920,000 as total. For 2019, the preference shares was only forwarded from the previous year. So it's still 1,200,000. For ordinary shares, we added 100,000 shares issued from 2019 June 4 to the previous issued shares, which are the 300,000 issued shares. So 300,000 plus 100,000 shares will equals to 400,000 times 5 pesos par will equals to 2 million. For the share premium preference, we just forwarded the balance from the previous year. And share premium ordinary, we just added 1 million from the June 4 transaction to the previous balance of share premium ordinary, which is 2,100,000, which will equal to 3,100,000. To get the total share capital, we just have to add this 4 and we will get the 6,420,000. For the third requirement, we have to prepare a table showing dividend allocations and dividends per share for 2018 and 2019. For the solutions, we will only, for 2018, we will only put current preference dividends, which is 50,000, since this is the only cash dividends declared for 2018. So here is the computation for the 50,000. And to get these dividends per share, we have to divide 50,000 to the issued preference shares for the year 2018. So 50,000 divided by 12,000 will equals to 4.17 dividends per share. For 2019, we have the preference dividends in arrears, which is 120,000 minus 50,000, which will equals to 70,000. For the current preference dividends, we will only multiply 1,200,000 by 10%, which will equals to 120%. So, for the remainder to ordinary shareholders, we will subtract the cash dividends declared for the year 2019 to 70,000 and 120,000 that will be given to the shareholders of preferred shares. So 300,000 minus 70,000 and 120,000 will equal to 110,000 that will be given to the ordinary shareholders. So here are the totals, and in order to get these dividends per share, we have to divide 190,000 from the shares issued preference shares, which is 12,000. So 190,000 divided by 12,000 will equal to 15.83 pesos. For ordinary, you have to divide 110,000 to the shares issued 400,000. So 110,000 divided by 400,000 will equals to 27.50 pesos dividends per share. For the last requirement, we have to prepare journal entry for the issuance of 200,000 ordinary shares for 12 pesos cash per share, assuming ordinary shares is no par without stated value and ordinary shares is no par with the stated value of 10 pesos per share. For the solutions, we have for the A, debit cash 2,400,000 and credit of ordinary shares 2,400,000. Issuance of ordinary shares no par without stated value. For letter B, we have debit cash 2,400,000 and a credit for ordinary shares of 2 million and share premium ordinary of 400,000. Issuance of ordinary shares no par with 10 pesos stated value. So that's it for this problem 9. Thank you.